Hey everyone, I wanted to put this quick video together to tell a little story about myself and my journey over the past, today is June 11th, 2018. So this would be since November of 2016. Really, I'm talking to my entrepreneur friends, but anybody that struggles with weight and confidence and all of the other things that come along with having too much weight, carrying around too much weight, health, all of those things. I guess really the best way to get started is to kind of talk about where I come from. I've been heavy my whole life. Come on, man, just admit it. You were fat. You were fat. It's actually kind of funny that I said that because that was the way that I was described as a child, right? Heavy or chunky. Or how about when I was a child and I had to go into the husky boys section to be able to get clothes? I'd wear husky pants, and basically it was the little boys, big and tall. Not really tall, just big. Anyways, I grew up into being an overweight adult, and I've struggled with my weight my entire life. And it wasn't until about a couple of years ago where it really hit home to me of what the weight was actually doing for my health. I always felt okay, even though I didn't feel like my best when I'd look in the mirror. I always felt physically okay. And, I partied hard and always had lots of energy. So partied hard. You were drinking every day, smoking, doing drugs. I mean, you were trying to kill yourself. I thought, everything's gonna, I'm just a heavy person and I'll just deal with it. But one day I went to the doctor, and it was back in the beginning of 2016. My doctor told me that, I needed to make some changes because everything was looking bad. Yeah, bad. Like the doctor said, if you don't stop doing what you're doing, you're going to die before your kids get out of high school. My cholesterol was high. My lipids were all over the place. I had high liver enzymes. My ALT was raised. My A1C was high. I was basically, he said pre-diabetic, but after further research, I found out there's no such thing as pre-diabetic. You're diabetic. And I noticed those things. I felt those things affecting me. On top of that, my blood pressure was high. It was ranging in the 140, 150 over 100 range.
Dead man! Dead man walking!
And there wasn't much I could do to lower it without having to go on blood pressure medicine. And, all those things started to just kind of pop up. Well, I let time go on after finding those things. I thought I was going to clean up my act, and I started to clean up my act. But then a few months later, my mom passed away. So in April of 2016, I lost my mom. And, there's really no excuse to do what I did to myself, but I used it as an excuse to go back and just not care so much about eating healthy and getting my body in health. And I just gained all the weight back that I had lost and then some. And fast forward till about November of 2016, that same year, I had a friend come into town that was a marketer, and that's what I do for a living. I'm marketing, sales, online, in person, whatever. Very, when I get in front of somebody, I'm very confident. That's part of what my job is. But behind the facade that I put out, I was inside very shy. I mean, because I knew what they were thinking the whole time, or at least they should be. How is this guy who can't even control what goes into his own mouth, how is this guy able to help my business? Anyway, so I had my friend in town. He was staying at the Cosmopolitan here in Las Vegas, and I was over there visiting him, and we found out that there was a big marketer and a fellow marketer here in town that we wanted to connect with, and he was throwing a party. So we decided, you know what, let's go to this party and let's connect with a bunch of other people, do some networking while we're there, and close up some big deals. Well, I didn't want to go looking the way I was. I was wearing a t-shirt, so I decided I'm gonna go home and change. drove home. I got to the house and I put on my biggest shirt that I had that was black, and it had like stripes that would go down, so it would make me feel slimmer, even though I knew that there's no clothing that you can wear when you're 300 pounds that makes you look normal, right? But anyways, I go to put that shirt on, and that shirt had always been very baggy on me. But this time I went to button it, and it wouldn't close. It wouldn't button all the way.
Richard, what's happening?
I was looking in the mirror in my bathroom as I'm trying to button up the shirt that I knew was always oversized, and I said to myself, you're killing yourself. Like, what have you done to yourself? And I literally said these words, like they just came out as I'm looking to myself, and I'm like, you're so fat, you know, you're killing yourself. I decided to call my friend and tell him I couldn't make it. Now, my wife was out of town at that moment. Her and my kids were in California for a cheer competition, so I was by myself. I decided to do what anybody who was overweight and not happy about their personal appearance would do at that moment. I decided to call Domino's.
One hot number is all you need. Domino's Pizza delivers. 30 minutes fast and free. Domino's Pizza delivers.
So I called Domino's Pizza and I ordered a medium pizza because I don't want to be a complete pig. Ordered a medium pizza from Domino's and lava cakes, the box, the 2 chocolate lava cakes, and I ordered that. While I was waiting for it to come, I decided I was going to go on Netflix and watch something motivational, a documentary. And the documentary that I found was a film called That Sugar Film. While I was eating this junk food, and I knew when I was going to watch this movie that I was going to make a change. That was the whole point. I was just having a final farewell, I guess, with food, with junk food, right? And which I don't suggest anybody do. This is just what happened in my situation. But anyways, I watched the video and I eat my pizza. And as I'm watching this video, like it's sinking in, like sugar and the food that I've been eating my entire life is there's a reason why I am where I am. And if I don't make a change, then I'm just going to keep on getting worse and worse. And eventually I'll just be dead. I decided I'm going to change everything. Well, move forward after that video, I decided I'm going to watch another video, and I cannot remember the name of this video, but it was a comedian that was overweight who decided to, for science, go and let everybody see what being overweight does to your body. And man, his eyes were opened in that video, and he decided that he was going to change everything after he'd seen the effects of being, morbidly obese and what it does to your body. So he decided that he was going to change his life. At the end of that video, I decided that I got to see where he turned out, and I went online to Google his name, and I found out he had passed away like a couple of years after that video. So it really sunk into me, like I didn't want to be in that situation. I wanted to be healthy, and not only did I want to lose weight, but I wanted to be extremely healthy. So, I set out to get healthy, and all the rest of that year, this was before Thanksgiving, so I didn't, I didn't partake in the Thanksgiving festivities. I didn't do any of the Christmas and the New Year's and all that stuff, and I just continued to stay on track. And, literally within a year, I'd lost 70 pounds, and I felt a lot better. Not only did I lose the weight, but on top of that, all of my levels that were all elevated, my liver enzymes, my A1C, my blood pressure, my everything, all of those things went to normal. Matter of fact, I learned too a lot about what is normal and what a lot of people they consider as normal. For example, blood pressure 120 over 80 is normal, but that's not normal. Blood pressure under 120 over 80, like 110, 112, that's normal. Over 72, 75, that's normal. And more than that, I learned that your resting heart rate really means a lot. Instead of just having a healthy blood pressure, you also have to have a lower resting heart rate, because that means that your heart isn't struggling as much to keep up. And this whole thing has been a big learning experience for me. I learned more about myself. I learned more about how I can help others. And so the reason why I wanted to do this video was for you. And I want to be known for more than just the guy that is teaching people how to sell, helping people get customers, helping with marketing ideas and software and stuff like that. I want to help you with becoming a better entrepreneur, a better healthier person. And so if this video resonates with you, I would really appreciate if you would put something below. And I'm going to try to create a whole segment on or segment of my channel on this, talking about what things I've done along the way to get myself healthier. And I'm not finished, by the way. Right now I'm 207 pounds. I actually am doing this video because I hit the 90-pound mark. And by the way, I took some time off. I stopped. And when I say that I took time off, I didn't go back to eating the way I did. I didn't go back to junking out. I took off about 6 months where I added more healthier carbohydrates into my diet. So I was eating some potatoes and some rice. And I say healthy if you're in keto, or some of those people that are really like ultra strict, they would say, they would disagree. Oh, those things are unhealthy. But I think if it come from the ground, it's healthy. And you can eat it. But if you overeat those things, or whatever, it causes your weight loss to slow down or stop. And that's what I did. And I did mine on purpose because I started to see some sagging skin here in the face, which now has gone away since I waited the 6 months. And then I started to drop some more weight. I'm still getting a little loose skin down around the gut area, but again, I know that that's my battle scars I'll have to deal with. So anyways, I took 6 months off. I came back, and my goal now from 207 is where I'm at, is to get down to 165. So I still have a little ways to go, and I'm going to start documenting the rest of this journey. Also, I put a video, I'm going to put a screen, or what do you call it, an image up here, somewhere here, that shows my before and afters. And then also I will keep everybody up to date about some of the things that I'm doing, and we'll talk about diet. And I actually did just get a membership at the gym. For those of you that are wondering if I started exercising, I didn't in the beginning exercise. All I was mostly concerned about was controlling my diet, and also making sure that I got that diet under control to a level to where it was now part of my life. And I can easily say, moving forward, I will never go back to the way that I ate before. I just know too much. I feel too much better. I see such great results, and it just doesn't make sense to go back to that. Then plus there's all kinds of other alternatives that you can do that are just as good. So anyways, I'm sorry for this video being so long. I did want to give you some context of why I am where I am, and what I did to get here, and I hope this helps you. One thing I will say, if you're an entrepreneur, one of the big side effects, or if you're a business owner, or if you hope to be a business owner, one of the big side effects of doing this is confidence levels go through the roof. Before I used to be, they talk about the imposter syndrome. It's a real thing. You feel like an imposter when you start doing well and you're successful. You're like, why are people looking at me? Why do people care? But when you're also dealing with self-esteem issues from things like being overweight, that imposter syndrome is magnified, at least in my experience. So I feel really confident now. I don't have a problem talking in front of people, which the benefit of not being having confidence issues is you are able to take your business to where it really should be and levels that you really should be at. And, I'll talk more about that in other videos, but just if you're on the fence, take action. You're gonna thank yourself for it later, and your body's gonna thank you for it instantly. And really, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to the other people around you to do it. Because here's the other benefit, and I know I keep on looking like I'm going to wrap up. I'll say one more thing. The other benefit of you becoming your best you is that you'll be able to help more people around you become their best them, which is just going to keep on paying itself forward. It's going to spiral out of control. There can never be enough people on this earth that are here to help other people. Never. There'll never be enough of them. So you help somebody, I got an opportunity to help you help somebody, and that's awesome. All right. So if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, take the time, please hit the subscribe button. Take a look around what we've got going on here. Also, look for more of these videos coming soon. All right. Thanks so much for watching.